As we get ready for game number 8, the Spiral K Bunnies up against the Adirondack Mechanic 5s. Should be a good night for baseball. Get late bit on the mound for the Bunnies. We've got Mike as a fighter on the mound for the Mechanic 5s. Let's play some baseball to start things off. And the Spiral K Bunnies will send Z-Man up to the plate first. Had a double yesterday, 1 for 5 night, did strike out. Strikeouts are kind of rare this game. Hit over to Tramp Royale, over to first, and that's the first out. 5-3 put out.
Pretty aggressive hitting.
BBQ swing at the first pitch, heading over to third, so another aggressive first pitch and out. That will be retired by Tramp Royale. So 2 down, and now here's you, 466 hitter, 4 home runs, hit 1 yesterday. This goes deep, going back, and how about another one, Smile?
Wow, that looks like it just cleared. So I had to wait and check on that for a second. But all right, nobody ahead of me, but we're on board.
1-0. Here's Moonrisen Phoenix, and that darts out towards left field for a base hit. So back-to-back hits for the Bunnies.
All right. What can Sigil get going here?
Not much, because that's going to be retired to captain. Side retired, so they'll leave 1 on the base. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 left on base. It's 1-0 in favor of the Spiral K Bunnies. Nice to give Lapit a lead as they will take to the mound at the bottom of the inning.
For sure, you'd love to see like a lockdown inning right here to get off to that nice early start. I heard Lapit might be pitching a little bit wild, so maybe that'll give him some confidence to settle down.
I mean, we did have a little bit of a joke earlier about needing 2 catchers to handle Lapit's pitching ability.
That is true. I mean, if everybody swings early, the catcher might have not too much to do, but we'll see how the pitch calling aspect goes as well.
We'll just have to go see how it goes with the shortstop if Melchior is still behind the plate alongside with Angel of Sin. So Lapit gets ready to deal. Tracy first up. 0 for 4 day yesterday. Looks outside of the ball 1. Now this right over the plate. Picked up by Z-Man for the first out. 4-3 put out. Here's Captain, had the lone run yesterday with a home run. Hits over towards third. Picked up by Mr. Cab. Fires over to first. So 5-3 put out.
Solid plays so far on the infield.
Snow Bear now. Outside ball 1. Sometimes that's what you need is defense in the right spots. Like for instance, there's Z-Man firing over to first, inning over. 3
Is that 1-2-3 inning?
3 grounders, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left at the end of 1. No score for the Adirondack Mechanic 5s, but the Spiral K Bunnies lead 1-0. Mr. Cab now due up, 250 hitter, was 1 for 5 yesterday over at third base. Mike is the fighter getting ready to deliver. This hits over towards right center. Underneath it is Snow Bear for the first out. Here's Mel, did not play last night, carrying a 166 average. Strikes at 1 in the dirt. Now inside for ball 1, 1-1. Quick, fast pace to this first inning in a third of the game.
And now Mal's keeping the bat on his shoulder.
Now over to right, lined right over to Silly Person for out number 2.
Whew. Nice grab by Silly.
Right place, right time. Angel of Sin fires over from third. Just in time is Angel of Sin.
We get the defense handed back to us there.
Whoops. Well, that's, we'll fix this in post. How about that? making it right there on the time. And we do great jobs here. The tech crew's on spot here, Smile Fires.
Absolutely.
So Angel the Sin is on with an infield hit. And I'll 8-bit up to bat, 166 hitter. Pop this up. This is going to be a souvenir for the fan.
That particular fan.
Looks at one, just painting the outside edge, and swings and misses. Strike 3. Side retired. So Angel the Sin is stuck on first base, so they leave one on base after the one hit. And it's still 1-0 in favor of the Spiral K Bunnies as we head to the bottom of the second. Got the 4, 5, 6 hitters, and this is part of the problem that we're talking about before this game in regards to the Adirondack Mechanic 5s. The next 3 batters yesterday were combined 0 for 12.
Yeah, and in the middle of your order, that's not necessarily where you want to be, because you've got Silly now in the typical cleanup spot, but now having to hit leadoff in this inning.
366 hitter overall, does get a base hit there to break the slump. Smile fires it back in. Here's Shock Ninja. Pops this up. Not much that can happen here as Malcure rolls on over for out number 1. And this will be a base hit. Scooped up, and they're going to get a runner at second.
Rarely seen 9-6.
So that was crazy. We'll take a look at the replay here. As you see, the runner held because they were worried about getting caught. And so now there's 2 outs after that.
He's really been some hardliners in this inning, and we got a runner going and is out at second.
Caught stealing for the 3rd and final out. And at the bottom of the order, that's a tough one to take because now you're going to have the 7, 8, 9 hitter going up to begin the 3rd inning. So you had 1 hit, but nobody left on base after the caught stealing attempt. So at the end of 2 innings, it is 1-0 in favor of the Spiral K Bunnies. So here we go into the 3rd inning. You got the top of the lineup once again, and to help us with the call of the 3rd inning, here's Smile Fires.
Back to the top of the order for the Spiral K Bunnies. We got Mike as a fighter still on the mound. Z-Man bounced to 3rd his first time up. This time he splits the infielders on the left side and rips a single to left. Here's BBQ. BBQ with a fly ball out to left as well. It'll hang up there for Tramporail to put it away for the first out. And now me, and I have bounced a ball out to center field, and it's trickling past Snowbear all the way to the wall. The runners are moving. I'm going to make it all the way to 3rd, and it looks like there's going to be a late throw home, as it's now 2-0 in favor of the Bunnies. Z-Man comes around.
I got questions about this defense here. Did you see how Snowbear just ran up to the diagonal away from the ball for a moment there?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure what was happening there. I mean, I've definitely lost track of a ball or two before, but that just kind of it was trickling the whole way.
So that's 2 more RBIs for Smile Fires, putting you at 13 now in the season.
And I'm standing at 3rd, and maybe Moonrisen will be able to take me home, as this is a high fly ball out to left, but it looks like, it's landing just inside the line. Tracy not quite able to get there. Moon is in at second with a double, and I come around to score. Bring us to 3-0 in favor of the bunnies. And then Sigil fouls out for out number 2. Mr. Cab rips a ball to right, and that's going to get past Panzer Dave. So Mr. Cab holding at first, but we do get Moonrisen to come around to score. So now it's 4-0. Malchior looks at 2 quick strikes. 2 outs now. Mr. Cab on at first. Ball 1 to Malchior. He's showing some patience today. And he swings and pops it up. Looks like Micah's fighter is going to put this one away himself for out number 3. But the bunnies do get 3 runs in the inning. And 3... I actually didn't get all the hits. I think it's 4 hits.
4 hits, 1 left on base.
One left on base. They will have Angel of Sin leading off in the next inning. But yeah, starting to pull away a little bit as we head to the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, pretty solid effort here for the Spiral K Bunnies, doing exactly what they did in yesterday's game. And now we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning with the bottom of the lineup coming up here. Starting off with Panzer Dave, one of 2 of the Mechanic 5s with a home run this season.
Panzer Dave playing right field today. First time up in this game, and he rips a ball out to right. BBQ picks it up and gets it in. So that will hold Dave to a single. Here's Aldog. Aldog fouls that off on the left side. Looks at a ball inside, evening the count at 1-1. And nice setting up the strike on the outside edge. Ooh, this is a liner out to left center, and it gets past Moonrisen, so it looks like I'm going to have to go out there and pick this one up. Both runners moving up, and Dave is heading... No, he's going to hold it 3rd, so 2nd and 3rd. Nobody out.
And we got ourselves a pinch hitter coming up here, as it looks like Mike is the fighter is already done. Here in the bottom of the 3rd, we're going to go with Eterna Nocturnum.
Eterna Nocturnum hitting in a big spot here. I see why they would make the move as well, because this is a wonderful scoring chance. 2 runners in scoring position, nobody out.
Really fast, looking at the book here for Mike as a fighter, only 3 innings pitched, so we'll close the book on that coming up here in just a moment, but has been responsible for all 4 runs that was scored, so...
As I recall, Mike's been getting a lot of work in as well. Alright, Eterna's ball is hanging up there and caught by Malchior for out number 1. And it's back up to Tracy and bounces that to Sigil, who will take it to the bag for out number 2. So 2 quick outs after the getting on base. Captain fouls that off along the 3rd base side for a quick strike 1. The 1-1. Alright, and a bouncer to 2nd. D-Man's up with it over to Sigil, and that is out number 3. So 2 runners on early in the inning, but then 3 straight outs. Mechanic 5's not able to get those runners home. 2 hits in the inning. Both runners stranded at 2nd and 3rd.
Yes, that's something that they really needed to cash in on, especially given the fact that they've been dealing with a lot of hitting woes over the last several games now. So as we head to the top of the 4th inning, it is 4-0. We got Anachu coming on the mound here for the Mechanic 5s.
Anachu entering the game. 2.52 ERA on the season so far. Facing Angel of Sin first up. He's catching in this game. Angel singled first time up.
I gotta look at something here real fast. I got papers flying. Anachu did make a relief appearance yesterday. Came in for 2 innings of relief yesterday.
But you're looking for some folks who really want the ball today to be able to eat a couple innings, so I could see coming back again for this one. First pitch to Angel of Sin is a fly ball to left field, and that is going to land next to Tracy, who's going to have to chase it down. It goes all the way to the wall. Angel's a rounding second and going to hold up there with a double. So already a runner in scoring position for a late bit, and hits a slow roller in the infield. Safe at third and safe at first. So nice job advancing the runner and don't even make an out.
Yeah, I don't think even if they had thrown to first, they were going to get late bit for that, so we can credit that as a hit, so... I wasn't sure what the pitcher was doing there. Anachu just definitely ran right by it, saying, no thanks.
So back over to Z-Man, who hits it to short, and Captain is going to take the out at first, getting it over to Silly there. Now second and third. BBQ swings early, and that is a fly ball right to Shock Ninja for out number 2.
Big out right there.
For sure. And then I hit a little bouncer, and I am also out.
You can't hit RBIs all the time, my friend. I mean, you wish you could.
That is true, but I am sometimes human. But unfortunately, same situation for the Bunnies, where we managed to get 2 runners on, and then they kind of get stuck at second and third.
Wait, you mean sometimes human? You mean, are you a robot certain days?
I was going to say fire, but sure.
You were going to say what?
Fire.
Okay.
Or multiple. Anyway, we head to the bottom of the 4th, and Snow Bear's leading off. Late Bit's still on the mound. Snow Bear looks at strike 1.
I mean, even if you were fire, that would have a big velocity behind the hit that you hit over towards the pitcher.
One would hope, anyway. And Snow Bear bounces this over to Z-Man, who gets it over to Sigil for the out. Now Silly Person. It's a fly ball to right, and this is carrying quite a ways, but BBQ has room, and is able to put that away for round number 2. Now Shock Ninja, with 2 outs, bounces this to third. Mr. Cab up with it over to Sigil, in time for out number 3. Alright, that's a 1-2-3 bottom of the 4th for late bit. And we head to the top of the 5th. Gonna be 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Bunnies, and it'll be back over to Adirondack Rick for the play-by-play.
Thank you very much. We're going to be starting off here with Moon Risen Phoenix. Moon Risen Phoenix has been on the bases twice, has RBI'd once. 406 hitter now. As Anachu delivers. Hit over towards third, but not going to be 3 for 3. Does make it in time for the first out. Sigil 0 for 2 so far today. Pops this up. Where are you going, Anachu? That's fine. Shortstop's got it. Captain with the out. Mr. Cab up to bat. Pops this up. Trying to go backwards to get it. And gets it just in time to retire the side on a 1-2-3 inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors. And that was a quick 5th inning.
Yeah, busy inning for your captain there, but got it done.
Yeah, Captain putting in some hard work to try to keep the Bunnies at bay. Got a question from one of the players asking the media, can somebody explain what our defense is doing? You got that one, Smile?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they did pretty good things in the last half inning, so I think they're doing pretty well.
I mean, there's certain question marks that we have for the defense at this stage, but at least they've gotten to the bottom of the fifth with the game close enough that if they can put together a good rally, maybe they can get themselves back into it. As we start off the bottom of the fifth inning with Tramp Royale, 379 hitter. This is going to be good for a base hit.
Wow, that just lands in front of BBQ.
Panzer Day pops this up. You're underneath it for the first out. Didn't even look like you broke a sweat.
I mean, ooh, laced foul. But yeah, this is a recoverable situation for the Mechanic 5s. You still have a strategy. You can try and get late bit out of the game.
Pop this up over towards left. Honestly, if you're going to get late bit out of the game, you probably should not be swinging at the very first pitch.
And Anshu's going to hit here.
What was that, like 5 pitches that they made on a chew throw that inning?
Yeah, there really wasn't too much.
I really wasn't paying attention to the number of innings, so Tramp Royale gets stranded, so that is now 3 left on base. Only 4 hits so far for the Adirondack Mechanic 5, so at the end of 5, it's still 4-0 in favor of the Bunnies.
Bottom of the order coming up for the Bunnies, but they do have that lead at the moment.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Outside of Melchior, who's 0 for 2, the bottom of the order is Angel of Sin is 2 for 2 today, and Late Bit is 1 for 2. Infield hit for Late Bit.
True.
Here's Mel, and right to Silly Person, 3 unassisted for the first out.
I feel like Mal's having trouble buying a hit.
Did you try the concession stands? How much do hits cost in the concession stands?
$3.50.
So I can get a hit for cheaper than I can get a box of M&Ms.
Yes.
Speaking of concession stands, that goes out to the concession stands. The 1-2 to Angel goes through the gap. That will be a base hit. So Angel of Sin with a 3 for 3 day. Late Bit bunting. And just like it was in the first inning, I think a note where this will be in time. I was wondering for just a moment if that was going to get there in time, just based on how, but great run there from Tramp Royale to get there in time to make the out. So 2 away as we get to the top of the lineup.
Yeah, I'd say that did not look easy for Tramp Royale charging in on that.
Z-Man hitting this over deep, and this is gone! It's been a while since Z-Man had hit one of those home runs, but there it is, 6-0.
2-out damage for the Bunnies.
BBQ follows the pitch away. I don't think Z-Man likes you being the lead for home runs and RBIs.
Yeah, we got a competition going.
As that flies out to the shortstop, so we've reached the middle of the 6th. 6-0 in favor of the Spiral K Bunnies. So 2 runs, 2 hits, nobody left on base. That is 11 hits for the Spiral K Bunnies to the 4 from the Adirondack Mechanic 5s. As we hit to the top of the lineup, and that statistic I was telling you about to start off the broadcast is still rearing its ugly head. The first 3 batters are 0 for 6 this game.
Yeah, so if one of them can get on base, we get down to Silly, who does have a hit in this one.
Yeah, this will be a base hit for Yarn Dragon Tracy to break that 0 for 6 slump that the first 6 have, and that will chase Late Bit from the game.
Alright, might have wanted Late Bit in there for the chance at a clean inning, but yeah, they are going to make the move to Fred.
So, Late Bit will be responsible for the hitter over, or the base runner on first. Fred, who was last night's winning pitcher. On the mound, 3.31 ERA. Here's Captain. Pops this up down the left field line. This is going to actually fall in for a base hit.
It looks like Moonrisen was playing pretty deep there.
So first and second, bottom of the 6th. This is going to go right towards Z-Man, who will make the first out of the inning. Silly person hitting this over towards right field. Coming in is BBQ. That's out number 2. Really wanted to move those runners over. A couple of pop-ups don't really do that. So 2 away now for Shock Ninja. And this will be a base hit. Right over to Moonrisen Phoenix, who gets that back in play. The bases are loaded. Oh, that was a heck of an attempt right there by Yarn Dragon Tracy trying to head on home, but thought better of it.
Shock just scorched that ball, and now Tramp Royale has a chance with 2 outs to get the Mechanic 5s on the board here.
Tramp hit a base hit last time up back in the 5th inning. Runner on third is still under Late Bit's responsibility, but we hit it over to Z-Man. Fires over to Melchior's side. Retired. They leave them loaded. Best opportunity for the Adirondack Mechanic 5s, and they cannot cash in.
Oh, man.
3 hits, no runs, 3 left on base. And a 6. 6-0 Bunnies here on the bun.
Yep. Fred did have to deal with some additional base runners in that inning, but really induced the contact to lock that inning down.
So that closes the book on Late Bit. We can no earned runs, 5 innings pitched, and that was 5 hits that was against Late Bit for today. So solid work by the defense behind. Good work by Fred getting things under control in that inning. Smile, who's our sponsor for today?
Mechanic 5's Baseball is brought to you by Jim's Breakfast House, where we have all of your breakfast needs, such as orange juice, waffles, pancakes, and combinations thereof.
Waffle orange juice?
Yes, exactly.
Reserve your tables today. Here's Smile Fires both in the batter's box and on commentary. Take it away, Smile.
All right, 4th inning of work for Anachu's. Done quite the job in long relief, and I ripped this just inside the foul line out to right. Panzer Dave collecting that one, but not before I am on my way to second.
Pretty solid hit right there from you. You're talking about that competition with Z-Man back in the last inning.
Yeah, I gotta catch up now. Moonrisen looks at the pitch way inside. Jumps out of the way of that one. And strike 2 on the outside edge. Pops this one up, and Aldog is steadying under it and makes the catch.
Anachu's doing a lot of
sigil.
Yeah, Anachu's doing a lot of inside pitches.
Sigil rips this up the middle, and Snowbird gets that back in quickly, so first and third now. And that is going to be the end of the day for Anachu.
Can't blame them. So Anachu coming in the fourth inning. 3 1/3 innings of work. Currently responsible for the runner that is on both first and third. Kiki comes in here in the 7th inning.
We've got another call to the bullpen with runners at first and third. Smile at third, Sigil at first, and Mr. Cab standing in with 1 out. Hoping to get 1 or more of them home.
Call to the bullpen is brought to you by Moonshine. I don't have anything witty to say here, Smile.
Neither do I. Alright. Mr. Cab swinging on an inside pitch that is just going to get past the infield defense there. I come around to score. Sigil moves up to second. And it's 7-0 Spiral Cave Bunnies now. With Malchior coming into bat. Ooh, Malchior gets into a baseball as well, and that's going to hit the wall in right field. Dave running over to collect it. Sigil comes around to score. Malchior makes it to second.
Very solid hit right there from Malchior. Breaks quite a slump for Malchior. So now 1 for 4 on the day with an RBI and a double. With Angel Asin now 3 for 3 day for Angel. I think Angel Asin at one point in time had a very low 100 batting average, now up to a 307.
And Angel batting here with 2 runners in scoring position, just 1 out as well, as the Bunnies have expanded their lead to 8-0. This ball is going to hang up there as it heads out to right center. Dave running in to get that one for out number 2.
Yeah, great run there by Dave to make sure that he could get underneath it.
And now it's Fred. Swings a strike outside. Or a ball outside anyway. And then lofts this to Captain, who's going to squeeze that for the 3rd out. But the Bunnies do get 2 runs in the inning on 4 hits. They leave him at second and third. So 2 left on base. And yeah, 8-0 as we head to the bottom of the 7th.
So you've been to many baseball game in your life, Smilefires. Have you ever partaked in Take Me Out to the Ball game?
Actually, most of the time. Like, anytime that they have it, because I could use the stretch at that point.
Here's Panzer Dave. You got the bottom of the order coming up here for the Adirondack Mechanic 5s. Panzer Dave wound up hitting a base hit, got stranded at third back in the 3rd inning as we get things underway in the bottom of the 7th.
Right, Dave pulls this down the first base side, but it's just foul. Now this one's headed out to left center. Do we have a fielder there? We do, as Moonrisen Phoenix comes over to get that one.
Yeah, you were coming in for proper defense behind Moonrisen in case they couldn't get it.
I was the second catcher. Howdog hits a foul ball down the 3rd baseline. So a long strike 1. And looks at a ball outside. Ooh, a late swing at a bouncer, so it's 1-2 now. And bounces that to third. Mr. Cab over to Sigil for out number 2. Now here's Kiki. Swings at strike number 1. And a foul down the 3rd baseline. I don't think anybody's going to get there, so now 2 strikes. Another infield bouncer. Mr. Cab is there. Is it going to be in time over to Sigil? Yes, out is the call. So, that's a 1-2-3 inning for Fred in relief.
Take a look at this replay. Barely beat this up. That out was the throw. Almost feel like they could review that one if they could, but it was really, really close.
Kiki was definitely hustling. And of course, after that, then you get a minute to go climb on the mountain and go pitch again.
Yep, just throw your, what is it, 7 or 8 warm-up throws that you're allowed to throw to start off the warm-up period, and now you gotta deal with the top of the order with Z-Man, who hit a big 2-run home run back in this 6th inning.
Z-Man 2 for 4 in this game, also got a single to go with that homer. Pulls this way foul. As you mentioned, those 5 homers on the season for Z-Man, hitting .378 as well. He backs out of a pitch that's up and in. And swings at this one, and it's headed along the third base line here, and it will just fall in fair next to Tracy. Z-Man past second, gonna hold up there with his 3rd hit of the game. Now BBQ. BBQ is bunting, and Key gets that over to first. But that actually happened so fast that Z-Man has to hold at second.
Yeah, unfortunate. I mean, when you're trying to do a sacrifice like that, you really would like to get your runner moved over, but unfortunately, I don't think it hit the angle that BBQ wanted it to. I would assume that BBQ wanted to hit it down the first base line.
True. And so, 1 out for me. Now, I have potential for a cycle in this game. I'm looking for a single. But hitting with a runner at second. 1-1 to me. Dives inside for ball 2. And then a strike over the inside edge, so count even at 2-2. Ooh, that's ripped foul. And then up the middle.
There it is, cycle.
Couldn't get it.
You got the cycle.
There's the cycle as Snow Bear gets that back in.
1 single, 1 double, 1 third base, and a home run. And it's interesting that you did it in reverse order with the home run first, then the third, then the triple, then the double, then the single.
Yeah, I mean, usually the triple is the hardest part of it to get, so I got that out of the way a bit earlier. So we got Z-Man at third, me at first, and stage is set for Moonrisen, who hits us on the infield. Tramp Royale is going home with it, and out is the call at home on Z-Man.
Yeah, that was a great throw, just in time, too. We didn't get a chance to get the replay up. That's a huge out at home, too.
It sure is. That's out number 2, so just 1 more will get Kiki out of this inning. Runners at first and second for Sigil. Fouls this off along the third base side. Ooh, that just catches the inside edge. It bends back in for strike 2. And Sigil has to swing at this one. It's going to hang up there for Captain to be able to put that away for round number 3. So, Bunnies have a little bit of traffic in the inning, as well as I collect my cycle for the game.
Congratulations.
But, no particular damage done in that inning, and we head to the bottom of the 8th, where the Mechanic Fives have 6 more outs to work with, but we're looking at an 8-0 deficit right now.
So 2 hits and 2 left on base. And I almost want to say that's the first cycle we've had in the 2 seasons that we've been doing this, Smile Fires.
It's pretty amazing. I'll take that to my contract negotiations, I'm sure.
Is it going to be absolutely difficult to re-sign you for the third season?
I'm not sure. I mean, I like the bunnies, so I might have just hurt my own value by saying that. We'll see.
Okay, so now we're raising it to 10,000 carats for next season.
Top of the order for the Mechanic 5s, and Yarn Dragon Tracy hits this one out to right. BBQ plays it on a bounce, but not before Tracy's at first, her second hit of the game. Meanwhile, Captain lofts a fly ball to the left. Moonrisen is on the warning track, but it has room to be able to put that one away. Here's Snow Bear. That is just out of Z-Man's reach, and it's actually going to get all the way to the wall. So, runner's now circling the bases. That's going to be a double for Snow Bear. And Tracy moves up to third.
Snow Bear really needed that double, too. Had been going through quite a slump.
Snow Bear's first hit of this game. And now it's going to be second and third with one out for Silly Person. Silly hits a laser to first, and Sigil takes it himself for out number 2. Now Shock Ninja. And this is a high pop-up. It's actually making it to the outfield, and BBQ steadies under that one for out number 3. So 2 hits in the inning, but both runners get stranded.
Big statistic of this game right now is the fact that the Adirondack Mechanic 5s have now stranded 8 on base.
Yeah, that's going to be tough for the let's get lots of hits plan, because we've seen plenty of base traffic in this game. It hasn't really translated into runs.
As we head to the top of the 9th inning, so taking a look at the Adirondack Mechanic 5s, here's another problem. They're going to have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. However, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters have had 3 singles, or rather 3 hits in this game.
That is true. So they do have the hot folks coming up.
6, 7, 8 hitters here for the Spiral Cape Bunny, starting up Mr. Cab, who crushes this over towards center field, right center. It will fall for a hit. Rounding first and heading to second, Mr. Cab is on with a double. 3rd hit of the game for Mr. Cab.
I think Snow Bear just was not quite able to get in front of that ball.
Melchior with a 2nd hit of the game. A base hit. Runners on 1st and 3rd for Angel of Sin.
And this was 6, 7, and 8 for the Bunnies.
Oh, just beats the throw. Everyone is safe.
And no chance at home for Mr. Cab, so his base is loaded now as well. And
That is
spot up.
That is a 4 for 5 game for Angel of Sin. So this is the 2nd time Fred has been at bat. Flew out to short last time up. Fred, a 285 hitter. Hits is over towards the left field foul. 3rd base side foul. Inside ball 1. Pops this up. Kiki is underneath it, makes the out, 1 away. And that's going to do it for Kiki, as we're going to go to Leno in the bullpen.
And I'm coming into bases loaded, looking for these 2 outs here. It is going to be Z-Man and BBQ, so I can understand why you might want to make a change right now.
So Kiki going for 2 innings on the mound for this game, and we'll have our 4th pitcher of the game now for the Adirondack Mechanic 5s with Leno Fiss. top of the lineup, Z-Man. Z-Man is now a triple away from the cycle. Crushes this, but foul.
Solid contact, just gotta get in the right direction.
Inside, ball 1, 1-1. Z-Man hit a grand slam earlier this season. This is foul, left field side, and not in play.
Had home run distance, but not fair.
Crushed on the left field line. That's a double up. Side retired.
Wow. Caught by Tramp Royale and then step on the bag, and that is it.
Look at that. Wow.
It's likely not a cycle for Z-Man in this one.
Unless the Adirondack Mechanic 5s can find a way to extend this game.
3 quick hits in the inning, but then erased by the double play.
So 3 hits, no runs, 2 left on base. We add to the bottom of the 9th inning, 8-0 in favor of the Spiral K Bunnies. Time now, according to Panzer Dave, for the 9-run rally.
It would be the time to do it.
Start off with Tramp Royale.
Something fun.
Start off with Tramp Royale, 387 hitter. Well, you have one out now. You can still get a 9-run rally. Well, that's down the right field line. That's gonna be just foul.
Which is good because I'm not sure BBQ was getting there.
For a moment there, I thought it was gonna actually carry. But there was slicing foul, just close there. That's the kind of thing that Panzer Dave needs.
It is good contact.
The 0-1, inside, ball 1, 1-1. Just staring at a strike 2, 2-2. 1 away. Hits this up into the air, but underneath it for the second out is bbq.gov, and so now we're down to the final out with All Dog. Pops this over. This will go in for at least a base hit. Back to the wall, rounding first, but just gonna hang in there. Don't want to get yourself out to cause the end of the game. Here's Leno.
Yeah. Moonrisen did play that pretty well off the wall. I appreciate the effort there.
This is popped up. Z-Man is underneath it. And the ball game is over. It's a 3-game win streak for the Spiral K Bunnies as they win 8-0.
With an incredible 20 hits there as well.
And for somehow, Fred gets the save.
That is interesting.
Somehow, Fred gets the save. Okay, sure.
It was the 5th home run on the season for both me and Z-Man.
And we still have 7,000 people watching this game. So, your thoughts on the game?
I mean, it was, again, a pretty good performance for the Bunnies, just putting up absolutely a lot of hits on the board. I did pretty well, so good job to me. But, you know, just support from almost everywhere in the lineup. Really making this a complete game, and then solid fielding to back it up as well. Great pitching performances. I'm hoping the Mechanic 5s can find something here, because they have had base runners. It's just, like, it's not fully coming together, and I think, like, they're looking for those couple of hits to just break through. And yeah, as being called an excellent game for Angel of Sin.
Yeah, not only just you, but Z-Man with a heck of a game. 20 hits altogether for the Spiral K Bunnies. And Angel of Sin having a 4 for 5 day as well. Another hot game for them. Solid run here for the Spiral K Bunnies. So, really, first of all, the Adirondack Mechanic 5s, they do need to string together some hits. And the pitching needs to try to keep the game under control, I think.
Yeah, looking at it now, 1 through 9, it looks like BBQ is the only one who didn't manage a hit today. So, just really consistent offensive performance from the Bunnies lineup.
Yeah, I mean, that says something when everyone gets a piece of the action. So, we're going to take... I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, with that, the Bunnies improved to 6-2.
Yep, and that drops the Adirondack Mechanic 5s to 2-6. Still plenty of games left in the season, 25-game season for them to figure out what is going on. But they've got to figure out what to do in a hurry. There's an off day tomorrow. We'll be back in action Sunday night. 7:05 is the next game, as Norastra will join me in the booth instead of what we have here with Smile Fires. So we'll probably have several comments about umpires in that game.
What would give you that idea?
Just some sort of piece of thought there, an intuition, I guess. You know, the Bunnies have ways of knowing things before they wind up happening. I think. Sure. But yeah, Norastra is going to be joining me for that game, so I'm looking forward to it. But I absolutely loved getting to talk with you for the past hour here, Smile Fires.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. I mean, it was not the most even game, but still a nice game of baseball, and nice to call it with you.
And don't get that breakfast over at that breakfast place that you mentioned.
No orange juice waffles for you?
No, not today. Maybe tomorrow.
All right, sounds good.
All right. That's going to do it for this baseball game. Once again, game number 9 of the season coming your way Sunday night at 7:05.